All right, guys, this is another video with an update on our back to basics voting. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I would highly recommend stop this video, go back, click the playlist, kind of understand what exactly we're talking about. This is a 64 card Michael Jordan 1990s base card March Madness style tournament. And today we are going to examine the results of the voting on the Tarheels bracket. So we got 8 matchups, 16 cards doing battle, trying to work their way into the round of 32. And this isn't up to me, it's up to you guys. The votes are in. We're recording this on Thursday. It's Halloween, so happy Halloween. Everybody spend the time with your kids or nephews or friends in the neighborhood. I hope you guys have a blast. This video is just giving us an update on the Tarheels bracket. We'll see which 8 cards got through. Then we'll take a preview of the next 8 matchups, and that voting will start on Monday as well. Enjoy the video. Pardon this brief interruption. I just wanted the folks that are watching to know that the Michael Jordan hierarchy posters are still available. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the Michael Jordan hierarchy playlist on this very channel. You won't be disappointed. These posters are incredible. Over 400 have been sold. Here is an image of what the front of that poster looks like. It's branded, it's high definition, it's glossy. It's got images of well over 300 of Michael Jordan's best cards separated into tiers. Many people are using this as sort of a guideline, sort of a checklist on how they want to collect Michael Jordan basketball cards. And on the back of the poster, maybe the best kept secret, is one of the largest Michael Jordan pack odds pack odds lists in the entire world. Guys, the posters are available, over 400 sold. I have plenty of them in inventory. All of the details on how you can order these posters are included in the YouTube description to this and every video that you see on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. All right, as you guys heard in the video, we're going to look at the results of the Tarheels bracket. 16 cards in that top quadrant in the field of 64. Trying to narrow it down to 32 after these votes. We're about to find out today. We're going to be halfway there. And I'll give you a preview of the next bracket that's coming up. Before I forget, I do want to remind you guys, all of the hard work and diligence for this project from a tech standpoint was put in by my good friend Tyler. He is Ultimate Card Guides. He even went so far as to create a shareable link. So in the video description, this video description, you will be able to pull up your own back to basics bracket and look at your own bracket and keep track with your own bracket, just like I am doing with mine with this master bracket. And so you guys can kind of follow along on your own. And if you wanted to, you can even go ahead and just sort of prognosticate and project, almost like we do during March Madness. Just kind of pick your winners and see if you can pick the Final Four, see if you can pick the one card that's standing at the end. So thank you, Tyler. He is ultimate_card_guides on Instagram. The beautiful thing about Tyler and what he does for the hobby is that he creates these incredible, comprehensive Excel guides with a humongous database for certain players. Griffey, Iverson, Kobe, Jordan, and then the one that I think is even the most important, even more important than Jordan, he does something called the Ultimate 90s Card Guide, where you have access to almost all of the greatest insert sets from the 1990s. So if you're a set collector, it's going to be right up your alley. All the details about how you can order Tyler's guides is in the description of this video. I'm not getting paid or cutbacks or kickbacks or whatever you call it from Tyler for any of that stuff. I'm just trying to help him out and steer some people his way so he can make a few bucks. 15 bucks is way, by the way, it should be at least 50 bucks. And I'm a pretty cheap person, you know, by nature, but it should be at least 50 bucks per guide. Tyler is selling them for 15 bucks. I don't get any piece of it. There's not enough even left over to share, but if you buy it and follow the instructions in the description to this video, he will send you one of the guides. All right, let's get going. Screen share. We're talking about the 8 matchups, who won, who lost. This one, I guess, was not much of a surprise. Remember, I want to reiterate this, and I need to I feel the need to keep saying this. It is aesthetics, 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 nothing else. No value, no Jordan's first finest card. None of that should come into play here. I just want to remind you, this is aesthetics driven. Value is not part of the process. Do your very best to kind of extract all of the other outside factors and just focus on which of these cards looks the greatest. And so 93 Finest in a landslide over the 94 Topps Embossed, which is a miserable card to find in PSA 10. The next one, and this one I thought was going to be a hell of a lot closer. I'll be honest with you. I thought this 92 Upper Deck number 453, it got my vote. This is the one that I think looks better of the two cards. I love the in your face written on the left-hand side of the card. It's a dunk contest Jordan. There's an error version of this card. Not that that matters at all. But what a lot of people, in addition to the great image of Jordan on the card, if you look down at the bottom right of the card, there's a little basketball and there's a shattered glass looking like that ball's coming through on the card. But people went with Old Faithful, Jordan's first Fleer card from the 90s, right? Remember, this is 90s base cards only and subset cards. So this is the first, chronologically, the first Fleer card for Jordan, number 26, and it is a great image. I can't disagree with that. It's a great image, and this is, I think, one of the most graded cards in the history of the hobby, if I'm not mistaken. Easy winner, 65-35. I was a little surprised. I thought this would be a little bit closer. Next on our list, this one was close, very close, and I'm a big fan of both of these cards. It's a shame they were matched up against each other in the first round, because both of these cards were potentially worthy of moving on at least to the round of 32, maybe not beyond that. We'll see some other big hitters in this Tarheels bracket, but this is the 96 Ultra Effort number 143. Of course, there's a gold medallion and a parallel, a platinum medallion parallel of this card as well. Of course, we're talking about just the base card, so that's the Ultra Effort. It's a subset card, right? And for the purposes of Back to Basics, we included subsets in here as base cards because they're part of the base set. Same thing with 96 Hoops Big Finish, another subset card, great looking card. 53-47, it was close, 226 votes. So what are we talking, 12, 15, 20 votes that separated these two cards? So that was a really close vote right there. Ultra Effort moves on to the next round. And I'm sorry, by the way, I should have done this at the beginning. I'm bad at this. This is what the whole bracket looks like. And if you go into the video description, there's going to be a shareable link so you can just basically copy and paste it into your browser, or maybe and then click it or something. You can accept it, and then you'll have your very own bracket where you can follow in. And I'm sorry, I was supposed to be doing this. I wanted to show you. So we're up here in this top right section called the Tar Heel bracket. Here, over here on the left-hand side of your screen is the Wizards bracket, and you can see we've already got those 8 cards that are going through. Let me zoom this in a little bit so you guys can get some better 200%. Yeah, that works. So we're going to go all the way over here. We're going to go up to the top. And by the way, if you want to, you can actually look at the card. So there you go. There's your 93 Finest. So the 93 Finest got through. So let's go ahead and put that card through on the drop down. There you go. 93 Finest gets through. Upper Deck Champ versus Fleer. We know Fleer made it through. So next round, we will have the 93 Finest versus the 90 Fleer. Now things start to get very, very interesting. I'm not really sure why the card's not showing up. That is really weird. Let me hit refresh and see what the heck is going on with that. That is not making any sense. For whatever reason, the card is not showing up over there. So my apologies. I'll get with Tyler on that and figure out what the heck is going on with that. The card itself should end up... I don't know why that's not working for whatever reason. I don't know. We're going to check on that. But I'll put the cards through and we'll update it. We'll look at it. We'll see what's going on. I'm sorry about that, guys. We will get that fixed. That's a technological error. It's probably user error because I don't know what I'm doing, although it worked on the other end. And I'm not sure why it's not working here. Okay, what was next? So Ultra Effort over Hoops Big Finish. So let's go down here, find that matchup. There's that matchup. Ultra Effort got through by the skin of its teeth. Ultra Effort goes through. Okay, so that one's working. Maybe it's just not loading. For some reason. It's there. Yeah, it's just not loading. So maybe that's an error on Cajun Cardboard end. Next, number 6 out of 8, we got the 92 Stadium Club where Jordan is dunking on Ewing's back versus the 95 Hoops Earthquaker subset card number 358. We knew this was going to be the Stadium Club card. Again, I just want to reiterate, let's go look at that Stadium Club card. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Right there. Okay, so we can click here. We can click here. And there you go. There's the card. I mean, are you kidding me, right? With Mark Jackson and Paxson watching Jordan use Patrick Ewing as a, as a human vault to go up. I don't know if he dunks that ball, but it looks like he could. I imagine he could in my dreams. So there you go. There's the Jordan 92 Stadium Club getting through. And yeah, I don't know why those two are not loading, and I don't know why. It's really weird. I don't know. For whatever reason, those are like, and now the other one's disappeared. So something's going on. Probably an error on Cajun Cardboard's end, but those two are showing up. Okay, good. So let's keep going. What else do we have? We have the 96 Flair Showcase. We saw all the Flair Showcases, I think, got through in the Wizards bracket. Now we're looking at the Tarheels bracket, and we see maybe the coolest of the remaining 6 Flair Showcase cards that are in here. This is the row zero. Remember, I took out the 97 row zero because it's serial numbered. I didn't think that was fair, so we took it out. 96 Flair Showcase row zero, number 23 is a formidable opponent indeed. It gets in over the 93 Stadium Club triple-double, card number 1. So Flair Showcase wins that matchup. I've got that somewhere in there. We go. Flair Showcase row 0. That one's not showing up either for some reason. I'll get with Tyler on that. Bracket number, so number 8 out of 8, the voting, 259 votes. This was closer than I thought. The 96 Finest Gold got through. So the Gold 91, 291 got through. The 91 Skybox Dunk did not get through, card number 39. Which is interesting is we're about to see the 1990 Skybox number 41 go to war and go to battle, and it's going to do just fine. It's going to be a problem. I can tell you that right now. 96 Finest Gold 291 gets through. Let's go find it. Let's go put it through. Here we go right here. And so next round will be 96 Finest Gold number 291 versus that Ultra Effort. Next in our voting was, here it is, the aforementioned 1990 Skybox number 41, the original Jordan Skybox base card, of course, where they printed 800 gazillion of these cards, but doesn't matter, right? Because we're not worried about print run. We're not worried about overprinting. We saw the 90 Fleer got through and they printed who knows how many of those. The 90 Skybox was not a rare piece, to say the least. I think I may have 40 of them in my office right now, to be honest with you. And then it was going up against the 93 Stadium Club Frequent Flyers, number 181. And this was a ass whipping, for lack of a better word. 90 Skybox gets through quite easily. So we'll see that is going to be an epic matchup in round 2. We got 93 Finest versus 90 Fleer, but this is the one I'll be looking at. The 1996 Flair Showcase row 0 versus the 1990 Skybox. That is too damn early for those cards to match up. We'll see what gets through on those two. You guys make sure you do your voting in round 2. Back to basics voting, round 64, Tar Heels number 5. 64-36, this was kind of a blowout as well. The Skylights subset gets through over the 1991 Upper Deck number 244. Let's look at that Skylights card, because I think this is a card that goes a little bit under the radar. That's a really good looking Jordan card, in my opinion. Is it chintzy? Do y'all think it's kind of gimmicky, kind of chintzy? I don't know. I like the theme. There's some other really good players in this little subset that you find in the 1993 Upper Deck set. But Skylights gets through, so there's Skylights right there. And then I think that is it, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, that's it. So we're done, guys. That's where we're at right there. So Ultra Effort versus Finest Gold. We've got Skylights versus Stadium Club number 1. We got the original Skybox number 41 versus the Flair Showcase row 0 from 96, and then 93 Jordan's first finest base card, 93 Finest number 1 versus 1990 Fleer number 26. So a competition amongst two firsts, a matchup of two firsts. His first 90s Fleer card, of course, he got 86, 87, 88, 89, right? So he had 4 Fleer cards before 90, but and then he had, of course, the stickers. But this is his first 90s because 1990 is the first year in the 90s, right? Versus the 93 Finest. So that does it for that. So we've got the top 2 down. Okay, so I confirm. So the voting that begins on Monday, and this is going to be November the 4th. Today is October 31st. You'll be viewing this on November the 1st, a Friday. The voting that is going to take place on this Monday at 9 a.m. Central. These polls will open. They're on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. You'll have to go to the community drop down, and then you'll see all 8 votes, all 8 matchups ready with 16 cards from the Bulls bracket. Okay, so we'll be over here in the bottom left corner now. We got Wizards up here, Tar Heels top right, Bulls bottom left, and Team USA in the bottom right. No affiliation between the names of these quadrants and these regions. I just wanted to use the teams that Jordan played on. So Wizards, Tar Heels, Bulls, Team USA. Of course, Laney High School gets squeezed out, unfortunately, right? But this Bulls team down, Bulls bracket down here. The first one, if you got a juggernaut. I don't know what else to say. This may be the most lopsided. Again, I'm not trying to influence anybody, but I don't think my opinion is going to sway anybody one direction or another. This is the 97 Metal Universe number 23 base card versus the 97 Finest Showstoppers 271, which is a beautiful card in its own right. And then we've got the 97 Team Skybox versus the 98 Fleer Tradition Plus Factor. We've got the 1997 Z-Force Superman versus the 97 Finest Creators. And let's look at that Z-Force card. Yikes. Two Superman's cards, whatever you want to call it. Both really good looking. Here's an under the radar that I think the world is about to find out about. And again, we're not going to talk about value, but PSA 10s are pretty few and far between and very valuable for this card. This is Michael Jordan's, this is a big-time Skybox Premium, 1998 Skybox Premium number 23 for MJ, and it's going against a great-looking Upper Deck Ovation. This is the Ovation base card. Of course, there's a gold parallel of this. You guys know that. But those two cards are nice-looking. 98 Skybox Premium looks to be tough. The 97 Z-Force base. So we saw the Superman 190. This is the base 23 versus the 98 Skybox Thunder 106, which is a card that often gets overlooked as well. So just like that 98 Skybox Premium, this 98 Skybox Thunder number 106. 106 versus the 97 Z-Force. Then we got two more matchups. Jordan's first Chrome card, which is a tough one, and I wish that I got a better picture. That one looks kind of green, so hopefully that doesn't influence the voters. You guys know if you get a really good, although it's hard to find one with good color, if you get one with good color, it's a pretty big-time card as well, versus the 97 Finest Bronze Finishers number 39, and that's what this card looks like right here. Also a really good looking card. You got Rodman off and to the right there. And then the last, no, we got two more matchups. 97 Ultra 23. You talk about a good looking Ultra base card. Ultra had some incredible images. We give Stadium Club all the credit, right? But Ultra had some of the best images even on its base cards. Of course, we know there's a gold medallion. We know there's a platinum medallion of this card as well, but this is the base and it just pops. And then Upper Deck Hardcourt is the real deal. There is a Hardcourt Plus and a Hardcourt Advantage parallel of this card as well. I'm sorry, this is going to be an issue. This card right here, guys, take a close look at this card. Keep in mind the card's wooden. The card itself is actually wooden. Like, you get splinters coming out of the edges of the card. The edges are often the issue on these cards. It's very durable. It's a very thick card, and it is a wooden card. That is one hell of a matchup right there between those two cards. I am very excited to see that matchup play out. I think that's going to be within a 5%. There's a 5% margin difference in that one. I'm guaranteeing that right there. And then the last two, we've got the second year Metal Universe, the third Metal Universe base card, but the second year of Metal Universe, right? We've got the 97 Metal Universe Championship, which we'll see in a second. This is the 98 Metal Universe with Jordan Duncan over, I think it's Derek Martin. Is that Derek Martin? Is that his name? I can't remember. And then we've got the Big Picture subset card, which a lot of people maybe not even know about. It's also a really cool card. Not a rare card, but it looks like it could be a rare, valuable insert, but it's not. It's called the Big Picture, and it's an image of Jordan from June 8th, 1997 against the Utah Jazz doing his thing. That looks like the great Greg Ostertag in the background and maybe Brian Russell, but I can't tell because the image on the screen is too far. So that is it, guys. That's your preview of the Bulls bracket. Those matchups right there, those 16 cards, those 8 matchups will be available to vote on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel on Monday under the community tab at 9 a.m. Central. We will get votes just like we did. This is rinse and repeat, guys. You gotta know this by now. We'll keep the voting polls open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll wake up Thursday morning. I'll record a review video of the Bulls bracket. We will preview the Team USA bracket. I will give you the results of the Bulls bracket. We'll move those cards through. I'll fix the technological errors that we're having today, where for whatever reason some of these cards are not showing up, and I'm not really sure why. So we'll get that fixed as best we can, and then you guys will get a preview of the Team USA bracket, and then we'll move on, and eventually we'll get this thing down to 32, and then we'll do it again. We'll do 8 at a time on each side. Those will get us to the Sweet 16, and that's where it's going to get really tricky and really interesting, and I think people will start paying a little bit more attention when we get to the Sweet 16. We didn't really have any true upsets so far, but we've only seen a total of 16 matchups, and so maybe in the next 16 matchups we'll see an upset. There's no doubt we're going to see some surprises in the round of 32, and then even in the Sweet 16, it's going to get contentious, and we'll have some serious difference of opinion. Most people have been on the same page now. We've had a couple close votes, but most of them have been kind of blowouts. And so I must have done a good job of kind of spreading the cards out, although one of them this week that we looked at, that one matchup is going to be really tough. I think it's going to be really tight. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. A reminder, buy the ultimate card guides that are done by Tyler. They are phenomenal. They are very similar to this. They're all within Excel, and you can transport them to Google Sheets and modify them and kind of manipulate them and do them however you want. And then if you want a link to create your own bracket and you can fill out your predictions and prognostications and projections, you can do that. Just copy and paste the link that I'm going to put in this YouTube description. Thank you guys as always for watching. It is a Friday. You're probably watching this on Friday, so I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend with your friends and family and loved ones, and enjoy your weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. It wouldn't hurt if you hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Thank you for doing that. Hit the like button too. That does help me with YouTube. Peace.